Hey guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be predicting the scores of week 19, which is the Boxing Day and Holiday Monday fixtures of this 2021-2022 Premier League season. We've just heard in the last 10 minutes or so that Burnley against Everton has now been called off, so that's 3 fixtures for this festive feast of football over the Christmas weekend has been called off, but we've still got 7 fixtures at the moment to predict. And before we get on to those predictions, let's have a quick look back at how well we all got on in game week 18.
So last week, of course, there were only 4 games. I got 4 points, so I'll take that.
Yeah, I 0.5 ahead of you, Nathan. I think I came away with one perfect result as well. But top scorer for week 18 was Red Matt 215. That's Matthew Medley, if you don't know already. And Matthew had 7.5 points and 1 perfect score. So how does that affect the overall table now? Well, top of the leaderboard is Tell on 166.5 points. Nathan, I believe you are now in 13th position on 151 points, and I am in 37th position. I think I actually went up a couple of spaces last week on 140.5 points. A lot of catching up for me to do. But enough of last week. Let's just get on with these festive predictions.
Okay, so first up we have the 3 o'clock on Boxing Day between Man City and Leicester. Now, Man City top of the shop's just absolutely superb at the moment. Leicester starting to, well, they're trying to pick up really, aren't they? But they do tend to lose the odd game here and there, especially the teams around them. So, yeah, Man City should have this one easily, 3-1.
Yeah, you'd think Manchester City would gain all 3 points in this fixture, especially when they've won their last 8 fixtures on the trot. I think that's something like 14 wins from 18 now in the league. Leicester in different form, 3-0 up against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. I think it's called the Carabao Cup still, isn't it? Because it changes so much. And then Liverpool came back 3-3, and then Liverpool win on penalties. So
biggest bottling of all time, you could say.
Wow, there's a lot. I've seen teams come back from 5-0 before, but Leicester away to Man City last season, they did actually win this fixture 5-2. However, the juggernaut that is at the moment Manchester City and the array of talent they got on display, I can only see a victory for the citizens, and I'm actually going to go for a 4-1 victory. Wow. I can see maybe Leicester sneaking a goal on the break. Next up, we've got Norwich coming up against Arsenal. Now, Arsenal surprisingly in 4th position, 4 victories in their last 6 fixtures.
How are they doing it?
I know. A very good win last weekend against Leeds away, which was a fantastic result there. Martinelli scoring a couple of goals. I think that's his third goal. 3 goals now in the last 2 fixtures. Norwich rock bottom. Well, not really rock bottom. They're there with Newcastle, aren't they, at the foot of the table. I think Arsenal continue their fine form. Can't see them conceding either. Ramsdale's looking really good in defence. Tomiyasu may be out for Arsenal in defence, but they should have plenty of cover. I don't think
Norwich.
Tierney hasn't been playing recently, so I'm not sure if he's injured or not actually, so he should slot in at left back. But 2-0 away win to the Gunners for me in this one.
Yeah, I've gone exactly the same. I can't see Norwich scoring against this one, and as you can see with their form at the moment, 3 defeats on the bounce, back to Norwich ways, I guess. But anyway, moving on. Next up we have Spurs versus Palace. Now, Spurs, they are starting to pick things up a little bit. They're scoring goals here and there, but at times, especially against teams who love a goal, they are a bit leaky at the back, you could say. And then they're coming up against a Crystal Palace side who started to turn things around after they went on that run of 3 defeats on the trot. I mean, Villa, Man United, fair play, but I mean, those are difficult fixtures. But Leeds, come on, you should have won that. I think it'll be a lot tighter than people expect, but I'm going to go 2-1 to Spurs.
Yeah, I think Spurs will come away with all 3 points, but Conte has really shored up that defence, hasn't he? Okay, it was 2-2 against Liverpool and an absolute humdinger of a fixture. But prior to that, it was back-to-back clean sheets against Brentford and Norwich. Harry Kane and Son back in amongst the goals as well. last time out, Kane really should have scored a few more goals than he did against Liverpool. Could have had a hat-trick in
one
that
goal
match.
all season.
He could have been sent off as well.
Crazy.
But that's another story. But Spurs looking good. Palace, after playing some really good stuff prior to these last 6 fixtures, they've gone on a bit of a dip. Okay, they did have a very good win against Everton, and disappointingly they drew. I say for that game against Southampton, so I can only see one victor in this match at Spurs. And apparently, I'm not sure if Ryland is a Spurs fan, and this is a no-no. I'll stick it on the screen
not.
now. Red wine at the football, and what's he doing with the wine and out on the
I know,
out watching the match? That's a definite no-no.
That's definitely
not sure
illegal.
what he's wearing there, but
back to modern football, ladies and gentlemen.
Back to the football though. 2-0 victory to Spurs for me in this one. Last of the 3 o'clock kickoffs on Saturday sees West Ham coming up against Southampton. 3-0 to victory to West Ham in this fixture last season. It's touch and go whether Antonio will be ready for this match. I think he's been tested positive for the demonetised virus, so it's looking like he will, but there is that chance that he might not be available. Bit of a dip in form for West Ham now. They've only won once in their last 6 matches, defeated away against Arsenal in the last round as well, coming up against a Southampton team who themselves haven't won in the last 6 fixtures. I see this one being a very, very tight affair. I was going to predict some like a 1-1 draw in this one, but I'm just going to give it to West Ham because I think in midfield they've got some really good players, and coming up against Southampton I think they'll just have a little bit too much quality in the midfield area, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to the Hammers.
Interesting. I've gone 2-0 as well. Southampton, patchy form at the moment, leaking goals, so I can't see him stand really a chance against West Ham, even with West Ham's form just crashing at the moment. But I think they'll start to turn it around anyway, so 2-0. Next up, we've got the 5:30 on Sunday between Aston Villa and Chelsea. Now, Chelsea started to draw quite a few games as of late, struggling to get it in the net in a way as well, especially that surprising 0-0 draw against Wolves. Lukaku, he hasn't been scoring a lot recently.
Leaping out of the side,
he has,
and Timo Werner as well. So.
But then again, we don't see Timo Werner scoring that often, really either. It's like a striker's graveyard there. But anyway, coming up against a Villa side who are really, really good at the moment, and Steven Gerrard. Yes, they lost to Liverpool. Yes, they lost to Man City, but look at their form since then. Tough. Probably edge it to Chelsea, only just. Could be a draw in this one. I'm going to go 2-1 to Chelsea.
Yeah, could be plenty of goals in this one, but I think it will be a tight game. Interestingly though, over the Christmas period, I think it was last season or the last 5 seasons, an average of 2.9 goals over the festive period, up against a normal sort of, in the spring or in the winter, etc., of 2.7 goals per week. So saying that, I don't think there will be that many goals in this fixture. I'm going to go for a tight win for the Blues in this one, away win. I think they'll keep it tight at the back, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Chelsea. Next up, 8 o'clock on Boxing Day, we've got Brighton coming up against Brentford at the Amex. And in the last fixture, I didn't think there would be many goals, but I think there will be a lot of goals in this one. Brighton falling like a stone after that early season form where they were really good, but only 4 victories in their 16 matches so far this season, but they have drawn 4 of their last 6 fixtures. Brentford, you never know what you can get with Brentford. They can destroy teams, they can look ordinary, but there's always a lot of excitement in these games, and I'm going to go for a bit of a goal fest in this one. I'm actually going to go for a 3-2 away victory to the Bees in this one. 3-2 Brentford. Interesting.
I'm actually going to go for a 1-1 draw here because I just don't know who's going to turn up. And Brighton, they've all been worked out. And if Chris Hughton was in charge of Brighton at the moment, everyone would be calling for his head. Whereas because it's Graham Potter and he plays pretty football, they're not saying a word. So 1-1, but this could very well be a Brentford victory here. 14 goals though is equal second worst goal rate in the league. Exactly. They just don't produce at all. Anyway, moving on. Finally, we've got Newcastle versus Man United. This is probably going to go one way. Newcastle, they gotta get to January and just clear out that squad literally. And then Man United, well, they're in 6th at the moment. Rangnick coming in, doing quite well, grinding out results, which I think he'll do here, but it'll be 2-0 to Man United.
2-0. I'm going to go 1 goal more than you, Nathan. I'm going to go for a 3-0 away victory. A lot of people are tipping Cristiano Ronaldo to be their captain in fantasy football this week as well. It was only a 1-0 victory against Norwich last time out, but this Newcastle defence is all over the place, so I can see Man United getting a few goals in this one. 3-0 at St James's Park. So that concludes our predictions for week 19 of this 2021-2022 season. As usual, make sure you leave your predictions over at the Super Brew website. There's the link on the screen as usual, and there is the code if you're not already a member, and as usual it is free to play. Also leave those predictions in the comment section, because we like reading them, and we read each and every one of them too, and have a little bit of a laugh at some of your predictions as well. But before we go, Nathan, is there anything else you'd like to add? Will we be vlogging this weekend?
Nope, because, well, we all know what's going on. Hashtag Drakeford out. Next game now will be... When will it be?
West Brom away.
West Brom away on...
Although Bournemouth away midweek, isn't it?
Yeah, depending on if we can go to that, probably not, but it'll be West Brom away on the 2nd, so subscribe to my channel, link in the description below. Drakeford out.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us. As always, guys, it's Christmas Day tomorrow. We're recording this on Christmas Eve, so we hope each and every one of you, if you are celebrating Christmas, to have a fantastic holiday, and keep safe out there. You know, it's a little bit worrying at times, isn't it? But hopefully everybody will have a great time. But for now, bid you farewell. We'll see you all in the next video.